Hey everyone, D-Dub Squizzy here, and welcome back to Swordflight. Okay, so we've managed to get out of Cania. Thank goodness. That was quite a nightmare. Did not expect that dragon to be that much work to kill. Okay, I don't believe I'll need that. I've plenty of elemental protection and whatnot. I might as well get all the money I can out of this guy. How much does he charge? 150, so yeah, we're definitely not doing that here. I know some people have different prices. Flameberries. 8. Yeah, take those ones. My animal is weak anyway, I don't need that many. Okay, so it doesn't want really anything else I got here. Right. He actually will take a helmet pot. I'm surprised it tells the difference between that and other crafting materials. Figured they would all be lumped together. Actually didn't use bags for anything on that adventure, did I? I guess there wasn't that much loot. It wasn't a very loot-heavy quest. That wasn't really its purpose. Okay. Now let's see here. Do I have any more potions of lore? No. Another Stormcaller's Rod. 2 more Stormcaller's Rods. Okay. I believe I've already taken all of their money. Let me see how much the druid charges for identifications. I guess I could just get her to do it. But I believe the only thing I have left to identify is this, also 150. I'm probably just going to have her do it anyway. I think I have brought in, yeah, significantly more than the amount that it cost to go on that trip. That's pretty cool, actually. I might hold on to that. It's like an extra powerful resist elements. I shouldn't need 10 of those. Ice Storm, I have plenty of Stormcaller rods. I'll hang on to the healings, even if they are weak. I don't imagine Drown is going to be that helpful. So as far as Stormcaller rods, I have 1, 2, 3... Okay, I'll hold on to 1 more, but I don't think I need more than that. I barely use them as it is. "10 protection from element scrolls. That's a lot. I don't think I need those either. I'm pretty... Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. Take the reagents. Okay. Honestly, I probably don't even need the energy buffers. But that's a pretty significant elemental protection, so I think I'll hang on to it. But I have enough protection to deal with the rest. So Bombardment's pretty cool. Earthquake, 1d6 per caster level. This is cast at 20? Okay, so it's 66. What is its radius? Big, centered on me. Yeah, I guess I might as well hang on to it. Not so sure about Drown. Level 6 spell. No. I don't think it's going to be powerful enough, much like Finger of Death, to actually hit people cast at the level that it is. $150. Yeah, I'm just going to have her do it. Fire arrows. I don't need them. So you might. Okay. 1, 2, 5. I could buy a couple more stacks. Barbaric armor plus 4. Plus 4 constitution, intimidate, spell resistance, and then just plus 4 armor class. Sequencer, animal empathy, 5. Honestly? Well, hold on. I still have the constitution buff. No, that does not. Yeah, it doesn't add the constitution on top of everything. It does give me some cool spell resistance, though. Spell resistance is 0, but it's 16 with that. Knocks my animal empathy down, but gives me a pretty high intimidate. But because of where my constitution is, with the endurance, yeah, now it goes up, but it won't go up past 26, it looks like, which is frustrating. So I'm not sure I really want to use it. Like I said, the spell resistance is cool. And I could just hold on to this, swap them out for their particular benefits. Honestly, yeah, I might as well do that. Man, I'm running out of space. I'll wear that one by default. It does give me the constitution, but it's really about the spell resistance, I think. And that'll be helpful enough in most situations to actually make a difference. And then, whenever I do animal empathy and every day when I cast these 2 spells, which I will do anyway, that might help. We'll see. I do like they let you just buy them in stacks of 10. I think that's pretty cool. And very convenient. Okay, so we need to go rest now. I don't think you have anything that needs to be sold, because I didn't really give you anything. Yeah. And then I plan to run through the Mercenaries and Monsters areas. And then I'll probably have to do those on my own for a little bit. And I'll get into why once we actually get out there.
I want to buy one, Mommy! Get yourself a good blade here! None finer! Weapons for you! Ahoy! Working the rigging late, I'd say by looking.
Kind of want to cut that guy down. Hold on. How long was I down there? Is this still my room? Looks like it is. Cool. Actually, something else I want to check. Okay, this is the exact same type of armor this is. Yeah, they're both +4, like, chain shirts or something. Okay. I'm surprised they make it a chain shirt. If I were to make an armor, I guess that's pretty solid for a barbarian, right? If you're a pure barbarian, you don't get any cat's grace buffs or anything. 14 dexterity is probably about as good as you're going to have. So I guess that probably works. Or not 14. 14 is going to be a default. As if you have a buff, that leaves a little room for improvement, because mine certainly does. Assuming you are under normal circumstances, you'd probably use the Bracers of Blinding Strike or something similar as well. And a lot of those haste items give you a couple dexterity points. Bracers of Blinding Strike specifically I know do, because I've used those, I think, with both of my characters that I've run further than this one so far. both of them have taken those. And those have been their haste items. This guy's got a lot more versatility because he's a half-orc, so I don't have to worry about the bracers, which is awesome. So +8 is as high as they let you get with Constitution. Either that, or there is a limit to how much actual buffing you can do. Like if you were to manually put up your Constitution as you level up, then it might be able to get higher. I don't know. I'm just guessing at this point. Okay, so now we can go through the portal. And we're at his estate. I'm Rin Morendo, senior servant of Count Thorl. Suppose your adventure is hired to hunt down the monsters? Yes. The Count probably already explained what we've had. We've had bands of bugbears and hobgoblins. I will be overseeing the adventurers brought in to address the problem. Bring me any of the heads of such creatures, and I will pay you for them. The monsters seem to be coming from the regions to the south, so that's the direction you should take when you go searching, I think. Go through the gate, head out whenever you're ready. You can also come back here to rest. We'll let you use beds we have for a nominal fee of 16 gold, or through the portal to the city to resupply. Come back as often as you like. Anything else? I need to warn you, if the Count hasn't already, that these particular goblinoids seem more disciplined, better trained and equipped. Don't be overconfident. They seem to be setting up supply caches to support their raids in the region. If you find any, you might want to try looting them for some additional profit. They aren't very easy to get into. Some have exceptionally complex locks that would baffle anyone but a master thief. Some have arcane wards that only wizards and such could bring down, and so on. Seems to be some kind of random what sort of protection you'll run into. If you keep trying, you might find what your particular skills can deal with, of course. Any help you can provide? If we had the forces to provide much help, we wouldn't have needed to hire you in the first place. There are a couple of small aids I can supply. Chest, you may notice over there is a few complimentary healing items. You can take them. We may restock it at some point, but I wouldn't depend on that happening reliably. Also, you'll be free to use the 2 horses you see there for faster travel, provided you first give me a security deposit of 500 just in case something happens to them during battle. Provided both horses are alive, present in the courtyard and dismounted, you can ask me to return that deposit at any time. Alright. Well, I don't intend to get the horses. Never used them. Never seen a reason to. I'll gladly take extra healing. That's cool. And I will likely be paying them to rest here. 16 gold every rest might seem a little annoying, but for one, of course, at this point in the game, you have enough money that is a drop in the bucket. And two, as long as you kill a single hobgoblin or bugbear out there and bring its head back, you're going to be getting paid probably more than that will cost. Alright. So first, let's throw up all of our buffs. .24 on my strength. I don't think that's very good. Okay, let's go directly south first. So as you can see, big ol' areas. I intend to just run through, hopefully, all 3 of them in this episode. That's my main goal. So the way this thing works, it's basically a redoable quest, which I had said before. Essentially, there's not a whole lot to it. There's goblins and there's bugbears out in these countrysides, and you can kill them and bring their heads back for rewards. That's about it. They have some random stuff on them, nothing too valuable, usually a couple of +1 things, some healing supplies, stuff of that nature. But there is a little extra questy thingy that you can do. It's just a little tedious. It's one of the few complaints I actually have with Swordflight, is the semi-conclusion to this quest. It's not really a conclusion, because it doesn't end. You can come here as long as you're in Chapter 3, basically. This is a repeatable thing if you ever need more money, or more experience, or anything else. There's plenty to get here. Also, ooh, yep, there's one. Okay, these guys are not easy pickings, as you might think. They can be pretty rough, and there's a lot of them. Okay, your armor class might be able to provide us with a little benefit. Cast your Bard Song. Okay, so Hobgoblin Chanters, let's see what we're looking at. So Bugbear Shaman, right there. Bunch of warriors, yeah, and then a Chanter. Take him. Ow. Okay, gotcha. Oh, there were 2 shaman. Let's kill him, please. Gotcha, okay. Charge you. Wow. There you go. What area of effect stuff did they put up? Oh, she's got her sonic guard up. That thing's pretty gnarly. So, yeah, as you can see, not a cakewalk. They make you work for it. Oh, I see, because I switched gloves out. I messed with it. Alright. Yeah, they drop some healing stuff, plus 2 dagger. And this is why no one has any money by the end of Chapter 3, is because of the stuff that you sell during these quests. Some of them just have regular garbage. But some of them have some special stuff no one in this group did. Now, I believe there's usually 2 groups each area. And every time you return to the estate, they respawn. And basically the area resets itself. There's some side stuff to do at each one, I think, a couple of different minor things. Those all respawn too. The way I usually run fighting these guys is I try to draw a couple of them out and kill them separate from the rest, so I'm not tangling with the whole group alone, because they tear you up. Like, I had extra distraction with my animal companion and stone skins for that encounter, so I was able to pull through. But it was pretty painful. I had to heal a couple times. They also had 2 shaman and a chanter, which is a bit of an advantage, because that means it's not a bunch of warriors attacking you. As dangerous as clerics and wizards can be, when it comes to Neverwinter Nights, it's the high armor class, high damage output, high attack guys that are going to kill you. And those are warriors. Of basically every type, but especially enemy fighters. They're a serious handful. And in my opinion, are usually much worse, because I can just knock over most of the spellcasting types. And rogues, while they can be annoying, they usually only get like a round or 2 to do anything before you can turn on them and tear them to pieces. So this stuff isn't quite as simple as you might think. Now, while normally that wouldn't bother me, it's just the sort of tedium of some of it. Okay, you stay here. See if I can draw a couple of you guys out. And sometimes I think they have scouts that hide from you, too. I don't think you can just go through with the rest of Chapter 3, come back here, and then slaughter them all with no problem. Because they scale to your level, and they will get stronger if you do. And they hit a lot. forgot to do that. Now, I gotta say, I think it's pretty unlikely that you guys are gonna knock me down. Like, they can hit me, sure, but knockdown requires a pretty exceptional attack, and I have a high enough discipline that I think if you're not hitting me consistently on basically every strike, it's not gonna get through. Those +2 daggers are worth a lot. Surprised I'm finding so many of them. Ah, there's a sneaky one. Okay, I need to get in there and kill this chanter before he puts up that sonic shield thingy. Because it's extremely annoying to get through when he does. Incurs all kinds of extra damage, and I believe every one of them has that. Okay. I'll be along to check those. Yeah, see? You draw a couple of them out, kill them a few at a time. You don't take nearly as much damage. Well, there's some tracks. Tracks indicate extensive traffic by bugbears and hobgoblins. The creatures have been wandering about in seemingly random fashion, find little evidence for the presence of much of wildlife one would normally expect, suggesting the animals have been scared away or perhaps are being hunted. Nothing else. Okay. Well, not sure how significant that is. Never gone through here with a tracker. But I guess there's less animals. Okay, so this is a cave. Don't want to go in here yet. I don't believe there's any more hobgoblins and bugbears in this area. If you're here to farm them, the south is generally the best place to do it because the groups are like one right in the middle, one down at the bottom middle, which makes them pretty easy to locate. You don't have to wander around for them or anything. Kind of go in, straight shot it, and then leave. I'm down 9,000 away. That's pretty far. I might make that by the time I'm done with these quests, because each one of these guys is worth a decent chunk of XP. They make you work for it, though. But I'm thinking if I level up once, I'm going to get at some more dangerous, higher tier enemies here, which isn't really great for me. Their power seems to go up a little bit faster and more significantly than mine does, as I level up. Ironically. The fen berries that you can pick on those bushes also respawn, as does everything in the caves. And there are a couple caves throughout these. It does sort of annoy me that while you can get some of the magical items, those bugbears, I'm pretty sure, are using some significantly enchanted magical halberds that are doing electric damage on each hit. Yet you never get those. Guess there's a possibility it's a temporary enchantment on them, but I don't know. It's a little annoying that they all get electric damage freely on their stuff. I guess so did the lizard men back in the spider swamp. I didn't get their spears. Whoa. Hey, buddy. Hey, I'll give him credit. Were I someone else, he probably could have gotten an easy kill there. And their heads take up a lot of space. Okay, I believe both these caves end up going to the same place, and there can be some pretty gnarly stuff. I only intend to go through them once. So if I remember right, they have some real annoying stuff in them. Not seeing anything yet. I know that's not going to last. What's up here? This seems suspicious. Umber Hulks? Umber Hulks. And Hook Horrors. Oh. That's extra bad. I think I'm about to die. Roll a 1. Thanks, Sarala. Very helpful. Okay, let's see if I can draw out the Umber Hulks without the Hook Horrors, because these are stronger than your average Hook Horror, so that you don't instantly curb stomp them. Nope. They come to... I'm not wasting Mind Blank potions on these things. I just have to not roll a 1. It's like fighting basilisks. What in the world? How does that keep happening? There you go. I guess, so dragons are huge-sized, right? Ancient dragons are especially. They might actually be even bigger than huge. They might be the top size. I don't know if that's only specific ancient dragons or if it's just any ancient dragons. But, that white dragon, that means it was getting probably at least an 8 to its knockdown rolls, because it's 2 sizes larger than me. Maybe it was getting a 12, which, combined with its extremely high base attack, could explain to me why it was constantly succeeding at knocking me down. I can't say it doesn't make sense. It just feels like when there's nothing you can do to counter your enemy's attacks, like, why are they even in the game? Why even let me fight the thing if I have to pretty much cheat to beat it? I don't know, yeah, I'm still a little bitter about it. Not really. I don't really blame Rogue Knight. It's hard to properly balance a fight with something like a dragon in a game without making it too overpowered or too unrealistically weak. Striking a balance is not as easy to do as most of us think. I find it interesting that there are Umber Hulks and Hook Horrors this close to the surface. Generally, they're a little more Underdark adjacent, or they just straight up live in the Underdark only. Okay, and then that's the other cave. Any rocks or anything to search? No. Okay. So we can use this path down. And generally I prefer to return to the estate and rest in between each foray. Sometimes you can get pretty good with your rolls and make it through several areas with no incidents that require anything like that, but for me I prefer to just can go rest afterwards. Tracks belong to orcs. Seem a tribe of these humanoids has taken up residence here. Alright. Orcs are not on the bounty list, so I'm not going to get anything special for fighting them. But they might have some stuff down here. A lot of old dwarven ruins around here. Okay, you stay there for a second. It's weird. I noticed Constitution increased isn't up there. My Constitution isn't increased. It's supposed to be 18 or 26. Get an 8 bonus. Someone must have hit me with a dispel. That's frustrating. Okay, what are we looking at here? Orc Shaman, Orc Skull. They're all rated as effortless. Elite Orc Warrior, probably a bit worse. Okay, I can see why they're rated as effortless. I can take them. There might be some stronger stuff in here, though, like him. Oh, there's a handful of them. Come on, guys. Let's see who I can kill. I certainly don't want to have to be trying to... Okay, scouts. If I retreat back here, can you guys see me? Doesn't look like it. Kill you. You really should have stayed with the group. Ow. They do hit hard, though. Oh, goodness. Okay, yeah. See, this is what I was worried about. Little army of the things. With enough health to actually hold out for a while. Okay, yeah, just kill that one. Greater Orc Skull. Oh, he's got that Sonic Guard up. That's not going to be fun. Alright, put that up. Please just finish him off. Okay, his shield's gone. Alright, so not quite a cakewalk. But I don't intend to come back down here. Like I said, they're not really part of the bounty. It's just an area to explore, so I do. Although these guys will respawn. You can continue farming this area, along with the loot, which there should be some extra loot back here. Yes. That strikes me as trapped. Zarala, is this trapped? I feel like it's trapped. That's trapped. Rusted short sword. Or maybe it was trapped. Nope, this is a very bad situation. And I am a dead man. Hate them. Especially hate how they hit every time. They're given a crazy, ridiculous attack. And a pretty insanely high armor class, which to me doesn't make the most sense, given that it's a literal box. I can just sit there wailing on it. Okay. $35? Why is my armor class 35? No wonder it's hitting me every time. Oh, and it extra slowed me. Great. Okay, no, I'm reloading this. Hold on. When did I last save? Oh. Okay, hold the phone. Why is my armor class at 37? My dexterity's getting its full bonus. Oh, right. I'm not hasted. Okay, I was about to be extra concerned there. Oh. How many slows has this thing stacked on me? That I have to have both my helmet and my axe just to cancel them out? There's my armor class. Okay. Whoa. Camera's all over the place. Does it have true seeing as well? No, she must just have a concealment bonus. It's a will save, and every time I roll a 1, it does that. How many 1s do I roll on a regular basis? Okay, well, I guess there is at least an advantage to having a hasted weapon along with my hasted helmet. It means I can absorb a slow before it actually adversely affects me, which is cool to know. Well, that sucked. Hate those things. And in my opinion, at 100%, not worth the trouble. I'm just obsessive. Okay, so that should be the south area cleared then. And that, I believe, is the most extensive place that's in any of them. Because the guy mentioned there were supply caches where there was stuff. Those are in, I think, both of the other locations, the southwest and southeast ones. Pretty sure it's only this one that has anything different than that. Okay, so let's head back to the estate, turn in the heads. Probably get some rest. given that apparently my constitution is gone. Turn to the estate. Ambush zone. Okay, yeah, and this happens pretty routinely as well. At least at the start. The more of the things that you kill, the less frequently this happens. And it's real tricky because there's nowhere really that you can fall back to. The trees do not count as cover, and anyone with a missile weapon will continue to fire on you no matter what. Use your bard song. Are you a missile weapon user? Yes, you are. Let's see, they have a really long range. You can't really draw them away from the others. Because the trees, for some reason, the trees out here don't count as cover. Ow. Please don't turn around and randomly hit that guy. Just what I need. Another bugbear. Yeah, you can see how these things get out of hand. Now, my armor class is about to be gone, and Zoral is not here to reapply it. There. Come on. Step forward and attack. I need this bard song. Use it freaking now. Thank you. In my opinion, the bugbears are worse than the hobgoblins. Although not by much. Any more elemental protections? No. Maybe I can dispel that. Unlikely. There's your secondary objective. Once you have 6 of these torn pieces, use them to assemble an entire map. Seems to have been torn off of what was once a map, representing roughly a sixth of the whole map. Yeah. So you get 6 of those, you can combine them into a singular map. They only drop on hobgoblin chanters, and each one of them that you find reduces your odds to find the next one. If you're very fortunate, sometimes you'll find 2 or 3 of them on your foray, going into each area once, assuming you do that. It's unnecessary to do so. But there's a central camp to them. Now, it doesn't eliminate the threat to deal with the camp, as in the quest still exists, but technically speaking, once that camp is gone, like, that would change the paradigm of the entire thing. Basically, problem solved. But the quest doesn't go away until you're done with the 3rd chapter, so... Like I said, it's like a goal, but there's no true end to it or anything like that. Okay, turn in the heads. There's a lot of them. Made a little XP, several thousand gold. So yeah, plenty. Like to rest. Okay. And now we're gonna have to go out and do it again. What rolls did I get? 27 on strength. Now that is what I'm talking about. Okay, let's go southeast this time. So as for their supply caches, they're little dungeon thingies, like a single room. Sometimes there's a shield guardian in them, sometimes there's nothing in them but loot. The loot, I think, is random, but decently valuable. It's not like anything super great as far as I know, but it's alright. But in order to get into them, you will either have to turn undead, like a ward against holy powers, cast the right spell, like one of those spellcraft chests, pick the lock, strength it open, or deal with vines that are on it, which only nature people can do. It's like the only time you actually have something like that that only a nature person can deal with. And they change each time that you go back to the estate and return. It all resets. I generally just go to these areas enough times that I need to open those things, in case I can't do one of them. Like for me, I doubt I'll be able to deal with a spellcraft thing. I know I can't deal with a holy power thing, and I can't pick locks. Okay, there's some enemies over there. You bard song it up, and then chill here for a second. Let's see. There's a couple of you. You guys are sneaky little buggers. I'm just gonna kill you before you get a chance to do anything else. That's odd. I think I accidentally used knockdown on him instead. I wasn't trying to, but I'll take it. Man, you helped that corpse out so much. Wonder how frustrating it is to just be standing there watching as I run around cutting down all your friends. So yeah, real priority targets out here. Hobgoblin Chanters. I believe they're the only ones that drop the maps. And you end up just getting so much random loot. Wow, got another one already. You basically buy people out of everything they have. I believe my paladin stocked up pretty heavily on lots of those extra healing potions, these things. Just because I had so much stuff to sell and no one had any money left. So I would, buy a stack of them. And then sell what stuff I had to make up for the difference. It was pretty interesting. Blocked by magical wards from a divine rather than arcane source. Yeah, turn undead, so can't open it. That'll change next time, so I'll have to come back here on my own time. I will sprint back and try to open one of these on the off chance, both of them, because I think there's one in each area. Can't be opened this run. If I open the other one, then you'll basically see what's there. The Shield Guardian's decently strong, but nothing special. Casts a couple of spells and then tries to hit you. But it's probably at a challenge rating. I can probably take it with not too much difficulty. Because I don't remember there being anything special about them. I was curious the first time I got there, How would the Hobgoblins have the resources to build Shield Guardians? I kind of referenced it when I first heard about this problem of bugbears and hobgoblins with an unusual degree of discipline and magical items. The answer is, it's someone that we've dealt with before. Ulas is out here. he runs operations like the one we disrupted at Mur in more than one location. I'm not sure what the purpose of this one is. Maybe he plans to launch an attack on Zazaspor or something, but he really doesn't have the numbers for it. Zazaspor is a major Tetherian city. While Tether's a pretty roughed up place, it's still got a bit of an army. Yeah, they will defend it. Plus there's adventurers. Not crazy powerful ones like there are around Waterdeep and stuff, but a decent enough number of them, because in a troubled land like Tether, there's plenty of work. Especially with roaming fire giants that need to be killed. And all kinds of bandits that show up in the wake of war. That's an annoying crunching sound. It's hard to see with all the tree coverage. There's probably a setting I could enable to get rid of those, but for the longest time I couldn't figure out how to get the tops of everything back. Like the way the game used to be played, this circle that moves with you wouldn't be there. It would just sort of erase the top of every building and tree near you so that you could see your character. And when I first played Enhanced Edition, I had this weird thing where everything was by default. All the tops of every building and tree were removed just on their own. So even when I wasn't near them, I couldn't see them, and I didn't like the way it looked. Honestly, the circle that moves with you and lets you control through, I think is a decent enough solution. It's a little clunky by nature. The 3D design of the game is a little weird. Lock is complex. Great. I like to get each of them at least once. That way I have on my map the areas cleared out. And I might as well. The two groups that you encounter here are in different locations than they are in the straight south place, but it's the same basic everything. It's just going to be two groups of the same enemies in the same location, so I don't lose anything by coming back here instead of anywhere else. There are some really obnoxious sound effects in this game, too. Okay, so the last group has to be in this unexplored portion, then. Because I know there's more than one. If I have 3 map pieces by the end of this episode, that's pretty good. First time I ran through with my Paladin, of course, I've said before, he was not the most powerful or optimized character, which was already a bit of a problem. Having to fight these things, and I believe I got to doing them after I had gotten the book. So I was already dealing with stronger variants of the enemies, and they were rough. And I just had to seem to have bad luck. I get the shaman before he's able to do anything. I will take it. I think every group is required to have a single chanter at least. Sometimes there's more than one. Those are the money groups. And generally there seems to be between like 8 and 10 bad guys in a group. Some of them are probably stealthed, so I haven't gotten them all, but that's a pretty significant number from this pile of them dead. Haven't got the chanter yet, so I know he's out here somewhere. Oh, Bard Song's gone. Yeah, punch me. That'll work. Maybe I was wrong. I didn't see a chanter anywhere. I'm pretty sure I got them all. Maybe I'll run into him wandering around. Maybe the point of the tracks in the center of that area was that there can be animals or something about. There just weren't. Like at that specific time. I don't know. Okay, let's see if we can make it back to the estate safely. Nope. Okay. You have an axe. Maybe you'll actually attack. I'll take what I can get. I got 2 or 3 of them on me. It's not ideal. Ooh. Take you out of the picture now. What else are we looking at here? There's 2 more bugbear warriors. Ugh, I don't like this at all. Oh, and a shaman. No chanters again? Come on, guys, you're killing me here. Oh, he's already got his stone skin up. Is he switching between a hammer and a club in this fight? I think I saw him going back and forth. It's weird. Maybe he has a club by default, but he had a light hammer on him as loot. Kind of reminds me of a time I was playing regular Neverwinter Nights and encountered a prisoner in the Peninsula District who, they all have clubs and like short swords and daggers and stuff. Like it's pretty ramshackle equipment. And one of the regular prisoners came at me and then all of a sudden whipped out a greatsword, which caught me completely off guard. It didn't really change the fight. He wasn't very good with it. He still had no proficiency in pretty much anything, and no hit points or armor class, so he went down pretty fast, but it really did surprise me. And then when I killed him, he dropped the greatsword, and that was because enemies will actually use the things that are in their inventories, and if you kill them before they can, generally you can make use of it instead. Okay. Southwest. This should be the last place we search out this episode. Unless I can't get into any supply caches, and then I might try to save scum a bit and see if I can break into one or two. Just because I want everyone to see those. I don't intend to record any more of this until I have all pieces of the map. Because trust me, it's tedious. I should probably make use of grease more often. It is a pretty handy spell. Even at high levels, it really screws with people. And even if they make their saves, it slows them. I just wish it lasted longer. Another cave. Curious. I remember the orcs. I don't know where that cave goes. A peaceful walk through the forest. Alright, there's another door. Yeah, we'll get to that. Okay, this is a pretty wide open space. If I were the enemy, this would be a duh place to stand your ground. You get the high ground, there's no cover. Which I guess for these enemies, these trees don't count as cover, which they really should. Fighting your enemies in a forest. But if you have one guy that you're trying to kill, and there's a couple dozen of you, it should be difficult to get at him in the middle of a forest. Another turn undead thing. Great. Okay. There are a lot of stealth guys, aren't there? Yeah. There's a chanter. Might be able to kill him before he's got a chance to bring anyone else. Or help anyone else, or do any protections or anything. I just gotta lead them away a little bit, move in and start cutting them down. Where do you think you're going, bud? See, she has some kind of aura up. And I notice when she actually does stuff, she keeps on casting some sort of spell that's like a green glob, flies into the enemies and hits them, and then what looks like a sonic burst blasts down around them. But there never seems to be any effect from it, and it only seems to happen to those within. Or no, it doesn't blast down around them, it blasts down around her. Now, I don't know if these things are connected, but they only seem to happen in that order. I don't know what Bard magic does in this, if she's, like, sapping something from them or buffing herself with it or whatnot. It's really confusing, and I don't know, it doesn't seem to ever help anything at all. Glad I got a 7 hit points out of that. A lot of low-level healing, too. It helps facilitate my little war against them. Oh yeah, the Central Lake. Ooh. There's the other crowd. You really alone out here? No other backup around you, none at all. Hey, I'll take it. Anyone else I can draw away? That's a Bugbear Scout. He might think that he's got me alone. Or that I don't see him. I can use that. That would really catch you off guard. You think you got this guy, you sneak up on him, and then all of a sudden he... Right as you're within just a couple feet of him, he turns around and lunges at you. Be a little terrifying, honestly. Knew there was going to be one. Man, 3 crits in a row. Okay, so he puts up stone skins first. That's a smart move, honestly. No chanter. That's annoying. Alright, well that's 2 groups. I guess there's a possibility there's a third one in this place, but if it follows the pattern of the other 2, that should be it for the bugbears and the hobgoblins. Definitely need to keep my eyes peeled, though. Oh, there is a chanter. He was just separated from the rest. Hey, bud. I guess he's got a bodyguard out here. That. I don't know what that spell is. Oh. No new map piece. Oh well. Let's see what's in the cave. Oh, another group. Here, Bard song it up. Oh boy, that's a lot. Much as I'd like to charge in and kill them all at once, I am about to die. Okay, yeah. There were too many of them in stealth. If it was just those 4 or 5, I could have handled it. Okay, so there are 2 Bugbear Scouts. This is hurts. There's a lot of pain going on here. I'm about to die again. I guess those extra 2 points on my hit points really do make a big difference. Oh, it's doing this fun thing again. So it looks like their shaman are primarily druids, not clerics, which shaman usually are. Awesome! 3 pieces of the map. Okay, that's huge. That's gonna make my job way more convenient. Yeah, that's the frustrating part of this quest. It takes up a lot of space. Won't be this bad on successive attempts, because I'm just going to one area and back again, and I'm not doing all the ruins and everything, but it does get a little annoying. Please tell me this isn't another mimic. Okay. Okay. So they have a little living cave. I forgot that. Let's see if I can make it back to the estate safely without getting ambushed. I would like that. If I can, then I'll try to just, like, save, come back here, see if I can open that. If I can't, reload and come back here and keep doing that till I can open it at least once. I don't intend to clear the whole area or anything. I just want to at least explore one, because they're all basically the same, all three of them. I want to at least get one on camera. Oh, great. Holy cow, that's a lot of them. Okay, yeah, you come here. This is gonna be unpleasant. What happened to my dexterity buff? Dang it, can you guys stop dispelling me? This actually might work out pretty ideally. That guy's got a couple closer range spells. He's got to get in decently close to hit me with. Might be able to lure out and kill him while without having to tangle with the whole crowd of them. That'd be pretty convenient. Right, okay, I'm just gonna... Well, you're annoying. Hey, Hobgoblin Warrior with the hammer. Okay, here we go. Yeah, come on, bud. I'm about to need another song. Man, the game is fragging out. Good thing I'm almost done here. Wow. 4 pieces? Okay, this was worth it. This is shaping up to be the most convenient one of these runs yet. Which is awesome. Okay, I don't even know which direction I came from or if I missed any heads, but I'm pretty sure I'm good. Didn't miss any chanters, and they're the only ones I really care about. Okay, so let's turn in the heads. Heads turn in, give me rest. Okay. I am now going to save. Head back out to the southwest. Beeline it for this one. If I get this, I can pretty much clear off the southwest area as a whole. There could be a shield guardian in there, so if I open it, I'll buff. No point in doing it beforehand, really. Turn on dead. Nope. It's always bothersome. I can do 2 of these. Should be a 40% chance I can open this thing. Well, at least 2. I might be able to do some spellcraft stuff, like a ward. Maybe. Turn undead. Can we stop with that? If it gives me that again, I'm just going to assume that it's doing that every time for some reason. I'm pretty sure it resets every time you leave the estate, though, so each time that I do this, I should get a different result. It's just the odds are not in my favor. I mean, 2 of them were turn undead. On my, I went through all 3, and 2 of them were turn the undead. Yeah, okay, so that's lockpick. Give me something else, please. See, I didn't have this problem with my paladin. I think I got strength and turn undead all 3 times. So I was able to get through them. My fighter, though, he could pick locks decently, because he had some extra skill points, because he needed a high intelligence to be a weapon master. And he was very strong, so he could lift the heavy ones. Those ones were no problem. It took me forever to actually get those ones. Okay. Trapdoors being held down by vines and other vegetation. Proved to be extraordinarily tough. You're not able to cut through them. Appear to be the result of some sort of nature magic. Someone with an affinity for magic of that type, druid or perhaps a ranger, might be able to induce the vegetation to retract. Use your affinity. Awesome. Okay. I'm just gonna throw out my buffs again, because I'm probably gonna need them. Just in case there is a shield guardian down there. Shouldn't need them all. Certainly won't need one with the land or Death Ward. I really don't need one with the land for any of this, but best to get into the habit of always casting it. Okay, no shield guardian. Yeah, the other ones on the map are probably over here and up there. Yeah, random loot, none of it too valuable. Healing's okay. And if there's a shield guardian, I kill it. But that's about all that these things are. So I intend to, off-camera, first order of business, as I'm out killing hobgoblins and whatnot, is clear the other 2. I've had opportunities sometimes, too, to spy a whole group, see what I'm dealing with, see only one chanter, and an opportunity to kill him apart from the others, and then I kill him and leave. Because I really don't care to go through all of them every time. Cool. Okay. I might as well rest again. So, that's going to be it for this one, then. I have explored the areas each once. I'm going to get those other supply caches open, and probably return to town first and sell all my garbage. I don't think it'll take me too long, given that I found 4 map pieces in that first run, which is exceptionally good. I should be able to get the other 2 in decently short order. And then, on camera, I'll finish up the map thingy and do all of that stuff. I'll just do the rest off camera. But that's going to be it for this one. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one.